what you are about to see is 100% real. I certainly didn't know about this until, I think, today, and I would be shocked if any of you knew about this before seeing the title of this video. But this is a true thing that exists. It is the Ava Angel Breeding project. You might have heard of the Shinji Ikari Raising project or any other thing with a similar name that Gainax did at some point. But this is one where you raise an angel. I think it is specifically Adam. I don't know if there's more than one. Oh boy, that's loud. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I'm already hype as shit. Just gonna sit and listen to this for a second. If I had known that this was coming, I would have just started on this screen. Fuck yes. I already got a super chat from Cozy. $2. I want to breed Asuka. You know, she's not really got a body for breeding. She's kind of tiny. You might want to, if you're looking to breed, you need the hips. You need the breadth of hips. Asuka's, you know, she's stunted in her growth. Even as like a 28-year-old, she's still got, her body is just not ready. Yeah, Angel what is the correct reaction? This is the Angel Raising Project. I'm like, I don't want to go past this screen. I want to keep hearing this fucking... Alright. Okay, this doesn't sound like music from the show now. But I'm still feeling it. I'm going to turn it down a little bit on your end. Although, I don't know. Let me know if you think the music is loud or quiet or anything. Alright. Let's get this fucking party started. Kaji! You wouldn't believe everything I had to go through. And all just to get this. Gendo literally ... It's already restored itself this far. It's frozen inside Dura Bakelite, but it's still alive. Without a doubt. There he is. It's our little baby angel. This is the keystone of the Human Instrumentality Project, isn't it? Yes, the first human, Adam. Adam. Now, there's something else I'd like you to do for me. What more could you need from a low-level inspector like myself? Raising Adam. Raising Adam? Correct. Huh. Creating an angel, huh? Sounds fun. I'm in. Preparations have already been made. Akagi will provide you with further instructions. Shall we go then? Shall we go then, Kaji? This is the nurture chamber. The LCL tanks are monitored here around the clock. Maggie oversees most functions. So where do I come in? You will observe the angel's status and provide Maggie with orders. I see. You will also be assigned a technician to assist you. Please select one. Oh boy. Oh, I get to pick one of these three. Alright, well this guy is Takahito Koyasu voice guy. This girl is in love with Ritsuko girl. And this guy is, I think, in love with Misato. Who do I pick? I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Obviously, Super Chat gets priority, but, you know, otherwise, whoever gets suggested the most. JNES with $4.99 rather. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Shoutouts to all of the fanfics and forum quests that were inspired by this game. I have never even heard of this game. Have there really been that many people who've been inspired by this game? Because this is a newly English translated Wonderswan game about raising an angel. I know that the Shinji Ikari raising project probably inspired some stuff. Alright, let's see. Maya, Shigeru Air Guitar Man, Maya Mondays. Alright, well, Maya Mondays is a pretty fucking strong argument. So, yeah, I think it's gonna have to be Maya. Selected Maya. You can ask Maya here for any further details. Now then, I'll leave it to you, Maya. I look forward to working with you. Shall I explain the method for raising the angel? Yes. That sounds helpful. The angel will reach maturity in roughly 6 days. It will undergo 4 metamorphoses. From embryo to larva, pupa, cocoon, and finally maturity. We technicians work from 9 o'clock to, from 9 to 21, so in 2-day shifts. 900 to 2100, that's how they'd say it, right? I don't know my military talk. Caring for the angel would consist of replenishing energy, as well as adjusting purity levels, LCL density, and electrolysis rates. Electrolysis? If the angel's health is ever abnormal, please administer some medicine. Right, understood. Now, how about we name the little guy? What do we want to name the angel? What game is this? Is this a ROM hack or a real game? This is a real-ass game licensed by the Ava project. If you go back to the start of the screen, I had it paused on the opening copyright scroll of like the production committee of Evangelion and Gainax and everybody else, TV Tokyo, all of them signed off on this. This is a Wonderswan game. The Wonderswan, an obscure handheld console that didn't really, I don't know if it even came to America. I think it's made by Bandai. And a bunch of English translation patches for it just hit CD Romance. And so I was looking at those and Kaoru, I think Kaoru will probably be in the game though. Like, it will be weird if it's Kaoru and then Kaoru is helping to raise Kaoru. Everybody keeps saying Kaoru. Tony? Yeah, alright. I'll do Tony. Since it's the first suggestion that's not Kaoru, and it's the same name as the very famous Tony from Hack the Movies, who I'm a big fan of. So we'll raise Tony from his angel stasis. Tony, is it? That's a wonderful name. Good luck raising him, Kaji. I'll do my best to help out as well. Now let's see how little Tony is doing. There he is! Tony has been inserted into the LCL. Please begin the nurturing process. Okay, what the fuck do I do? You said you were gonna explain. Okay, supply energy. Yeah, supplying energy. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Alright. It's like a little Metroid or something. Data management. Codename Tony. Growth stage embryo. Strength 0. Intelligence 0. AT field 0. Damn. Well, in real life, Tony's AT field is through the roof. And his intelligence and strength, I do not know. But, LCL management. Density. What the fuck do I do? Plus? Do I want more LCL? Antibiotic. Heals maladies. I don't think it has any maladies right now. Magicis. Balthasar. Is Okay, Balthasar runs the settings. We're probably gonna want time to go slow, because that sounds like easy mode. Photo album in Casper. Okay, well I don't have any photos yet. This fucking music is way too hyperactive for this menu. I'm gonna turn this down a little from my end. I don't know if it's picking up back through my speakers at all, but I am not wearing headphones. What does it mean, thinking? What is thinking? Denied. When I hit the back button, it said denied. ASC presents with $2. Domo arigato gozaimasu says rant about K-Dot's The Heart Part 5 and name one Kendrick. Name one Kendrick. I guess, I'm trying to think of exactly what you mean by that, because in the Heart Part 5, if anybody doesn't know what this is, Kendrick Lamar's new song has this incredible music video where his face is literally morphing in. Well, it starts off with a message that says "I am all of you," and it starts off with his face like morphing into all of these controversial celebrities. Oh, I'm now Kaji just walking around. Oh my god, you play as Kaji in this game. That is the most brilliant fucking idea about the whole experience so far. Anyways. Don't stay away too long, okay? If little Tony were to die. Oh god. So time is counting in real time while I'm not hanging out with Tony. How much time has to pass before he needs fucking energy? I guess that I'm just gonna keep supplying him energy. Anyway, so Kendrick, his face morphs into all these other celebrities. A lot of them, some of them controversial, such as the newly controversial Will Smith, Kanye West. Executing save will return me to the title screen. Okay. Well, anyway, here's the copyright stuff. I saved my game because I wanted to see if it. I hit the start button to see if it would stop the timer, and instead it like completely reset. But it seemed like it might be a good idea to save. Anyways, he also becomes Nipsey Hussle, who died, I think last year, maybe 2 years ago now, for a part of the verse, and like basically he's like commenting on aspects of the culture and like basically the culture that he belongs to as a rapper, and how like all of these people have contributed to it in good and bad ways, but ultimately kind of feeling like, dump this whole culture thing because like the state of it is not worth like upholding, basically. It's a really interesting song that I have not gone nearly into that much depth about because it is 5 minutes long and it's non-stop bars. So like Kendrick Lamar is a very complicated lyricist. He is capable of saying lots of stuff that I can't really parse until I've heard it a lot of times. And this is one of those like big time statement tracks that like you're gonna have to pour over a lot to like get everything out of. But there are messages in it. There was one that Riley had tweeted that was like, if the culture is just hurt people hurting people, then fuck the culture. And I think that's a really great statement. He opens the song saying like, as I get older, I realize life is perspective. And as for me, as somebody whose job is perspective, and I see him as being in the same kind of boat, it's like, okay, we're in the same, I'm on the same page with you, so whatever you're saying, I probably agree with you. Yeah, he's got a new album coming out soon. I'll be excited about it. Anyways, back to this game. The Angel's final evolution could potentially be made to change. Try administering a special growth item before it reaches maturity. Okay. If we utilized a special LCL harvested from another location, I wonder how it might affect growth. Could be worth a shot. Good to know. It turns out Alba plays in a band. Did you know that? I can't believe he finds the time to practice despite being so busy. So he's not just an air guitar guy. Canon, Alba's in a band. You all made fun of him for all these years for being Mr. Air Guitar, but he's actually a guitarist. Oh, I can go to other parts of, oh, I can go around NERV. Oh, Kaji, how's it going? Please select your destination. All right, let's go to floor E. Selected floor E. This is my, like, I haven't played any other Evangelion games. This is the first one that caught my attention and interested me that I've seen. But it's fucking incredible. Cage. Oh, this is the fucking place. I really gotta send these fatigues out for cleaning. What if someone else washed them for you? Like who? We're all too busy. Even Katsuragi and Dr. Akagi could stand to clean their clothes. Katsuragi, I'm not surprised, but Dr. Akagi too? Yeah, man, have you seen Eva? They work these bitches to death. There's the boy, I think, or the girl, rather. There's the girl. It's only a rumor, but I heard something about Dr. Akagi. Apparently, those blackouts are because of her tests. I guess even she isn't immune to failure. Well, you're just learning, just digging up everybody's dirty laundry in this game. I got Steinoid A. I'm guessing I can give that to my little guy. Ah, Kaji, if you've got any antibiotics, you think you could spare me one? Give me an antibiotic? Yeah, I'll spare one. You're a lifesaver. This should get our reparation work back on track. I don't know how to thank you, but please accept this. I got a vitamin. Alright. That's probably just as good as the other thing. Actually, it's probably even better because I can give it to him now. I'm going to go back to my boy and make sure that he's okay because I don't really know, I don't know how long he goes before he needs me again. Where the fuck am I trying to... I guess I gotta use the elevator? Yeah, floor D. Okay. I wonder if we can date Misato. That would be awesome. And it would make sense. Yes, we must go back to the nurture room. Alright. Welcome back, Kaji. Alrighty. There's the guy. He still looks like he's doing okay. I think. I honestly don't completely understand all the mechanics yet. Hello. Let's give him the vitamin.
Ashtray. Please. Thank you.
Okay. power up. How do I make it so I have data? Okay. I still feel as though I barely comprehend this game, but it seems like I can venture decently far without that guy getting hurt. Room. Hey, I got my own room. And computer. Doesn't look like I have any unread emails. Well, I guess I can't do anything here unless I do have unread emails. I got a Stanoid bee. Probably a little early to hit the hay. Let's go see Akagi. I got a Regulin A. Oh, Kaji. Is something wrong? Well, I guess she doesn't want to talk to me unless something's wrong. Alright. Let's get out of there. I've already been to those places. Test. Who is this? Ah, Kaji. Done for the day? Nope. Ah, Kaji. Nice to see you. I got a Zorbeticin? Maybe it's some sort of medicine. What's down this way? Oh, that's just another exit. Okay. It's not super expansive, which is good because it means there's not a ton to keep track of. But we can use these elevators. Who is this? Hey, there's more people. I hear members of the research team like to go fishing. They go to Ashinoko Lake whenever they get any time off. Oh, Kaji, working hard. I guess so. Oh, there's a bunch more stuff down here. It's Misato! I'm not gonna talk to her yet, though. Ah, Kaji, done for the day? No. Somebody already asked me that. Everybody thinks I'm done. I'm going to the lounge. This is just a lounge. A place for lounge. Super chat from Millennial Modal Mayhem. Canadian $5. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Are you excited for the upcoming live-action Gundam movie at all? I'm biased because I'm into Gunpla, lol. Thanks for all the great content. I did not know about a new live-action Gundam movie, so I'll have to go... Is there a trailer? If so, I'm going to go find it. Oh boy. Okay. Netflix. This doesn't look like a trailer. I'm gonna go find a news story about it. Is this real? I'm trying to find like tentatively titled film featuring Jordan Voe Roberts. Legendary Pictures and Sunrise, distributed by Netflix. Okay, well, I mean, I guess it's about Gunpla from what you've said. I I mean, if you're gonna make a live action Gundam movie, that's probably the best approach to take. In the same sense that if you're gonna make a Gundam show for kids, that's the best approach to take. Like, it's why the Build Fighters series works, because like, I think with Gundam, there was a defining point in like around when they made Unicorn, where it was Unicorn and Gundam Age. And they were like, we're going to split Gundam into being that there's always going to be like an adult Gundam and a kid Gundam. And so like the adult ones became all those movies and all the stuff that's like Universal Century. And then the kids stuff is all the TV shows that, you know, are much more made to sell toys and sort of recontextualize the whole history of Gundam so that it's, you know, fresh for young people. So like, Build Fighters was a genius way to do that, and I think if you were going to make a live-action Gundam, that's kind of the only way to do it. We're talking Fuyutsuki now. Your work is continuing smoothly, I hope. And Gendo, you shouldn't be wasting time. Agreed. Especially because the game clock is always running, so I gotta make sure I don't just stall reading superchats and then forget that I'm still in an active time. Floor D.
Must go east to go west.
Mm-hmm. He looks like he's doing even better than before, I think. Maybe because I gave them that vitamin. Maybe that just like stat upgraded him or something. Cause none of the stats have gone down since I've started, and that's normally how this works. But I already gave him this vitamin. I could give him reduces fatigue, stabilizes density levels, stabilizes electrolysis rates, regulates density levels. Okay, so maybe the energy being high is good, but the density we don't want to get too high. Name, blood type blue. I don't know if that means anything. Supply energy, Magicus, items, social management. Yes, let's look at that again. Okay, yeah, that seems high. 99% seems high. Let's set that to minus. Set them both to minus. Okay. So that seems to be the thing that changes the most over time. Is like if you set that to plus or minus, then it will radically shift those levels as time passes. Hey, Lin009 with $9.99. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Hi Trixie, been liking the content. Do you still stand by Digibro's neurotyping chart? Can whole anime go in a category or only characters? Also, if you can, thoughts on Rose of Versailles. Yeah, I think the neurotyping chart is still a really cool idea. I have thought about. I did a podcast with the people who have the neurotype line. What the hell is it called? Neurotype line? Is that what it's called? The podcast where Tarbuck Transom and Roborista, some others people I think like talk about the neurotyping chart for like, I don't know, they have a bunch of podcasts. And I saw Tarbuck late last year and recorded a podcast at his house where we went into like all my sort of updated thoughts on it, and you know, and theirs, and anything we thought could evolve the chart. But mostly like my thinking on it has changed in the way that like I sort of broke it down. Like there's people who think in words, people who think in images, and people who think in sounds. And like I think it's it's endlessly more complex. Like everybody has their own kind of labyrinthine method of thinking that is not really the same as another person. So like while you can broadly categorize those, I think like a lot more analysis would have to be done to figure out like what is the connection between what would be the best way to group or to suggest what is or isn't similar within those types. Like mine is based more on like theory than on actual examination of individuals and grouping. So like that would have to be much more scientific. I am by no means a scientist. I'm just an ideas person. So it's a helpful experiment to get people to think about the way they think and compare it to the way other people think. And that's the best thing about it, in my mind, in its current state. Can whole anime go into a category or only characters? Yes, whole anime. Anything you could, feasibly, for a laugh, neurotype anything, And Rose of Versailles, I've only seen the first 8 episodes of, like, a very long time ago, so I don't have a concrete opinion about it, but I do plan to make that anime alphabet V, because it would be Versailles no Bara in Japanese, so I will be watching it and covering it when I get to the end of anime alphabet. And then I have another Herbert Hitoshi with 20, I guess these are Russian dollars. Let's look it up.
Do you speak Japanese?
I speak some Japanese.
Learn it.
I have been. I've been practicing Japanese on my phone.
I say konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Although it's nighttime now, so you would say konbanwa.
Macadonality. That's McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's. McDonald's.
No. You're American. You say Macadonality.
McDonald's.
There you
That
go. That's
is.
the Western. Oh,
No, that's ZAR, not Z. Anyway.
Do you have no plug in your ear?
That
you're listening to? That I can't hear?
No, I'm just talking.
Oh, you're just talking.
I'm just talking straight into the microphone.
Well, I was going to say, take a breath. Let somebody else say something.
No, there's nobody else there. What do you think is more important for the LGBT community? Idealized representation, like a paragon hero that is gay, or a more normalized representation, like a common person that is gay, both assuming is already normal? I mean, I would say more normalized is more like, I mean, that's the way that's going to help you on like a sociological level. Like if you're making something like idealized, then that's something that kids can look up to and sort of get like it's more like when I think about
More a definition?
No.
Because I'm gay.
Oh.
See my smile?
Yeah. No, I know the definition we're talking about here. Yeah, like I think an idealized representation, like any kind of hero, is there for you to like see some of yourself in it and go like, oh, okay, there's a cool version of me that can make it through life, so I'm gonna, try to be more like them. And that's great for the people who identify with the hero, but like if you're trying to get other people to recognize, what's human about you, then you want the more normalized representation. If I had to choose, I mean, obviously, both are good.
Pay it forward.
You don't want just one or the other.
Pay it forward.
All right, Kaji's. I'm gonna return to this elevator scene. He's in stunned shock. I stayed here because I think the game clock paused while I was here.
Looks like there's some kind of lock.
Looks like there's some kind of lock. I won't be using elevator 3 without a key. Well, I guess I can't use it without a key anymore.
I was waiting for 4. You already had 3. Oh, on the top left.
Have I been
That's
to
number 1.
everywhere on floor C
Top
yet?
right. Number 4. That's a clock. Going backwards. This type of game I made when I was a kid.
Don't let Dr. Akagi catch you fiddling with Maggie. She will be furious. Okay, so I guess I'm in the computer room. This is just between us, but I saw the first children talking to Casper. Then Casper started glitching out. Interesting. Deep lore Ava shit. Well, I can't even go in this thing. So.
Children have no business playing games. Or creating them. Would you like a cigarette
No, I don't smoke.
anymore?
No, not at all.
Finish that sentence. Yours. From me.
Thank you.
8/22, Monday midnight. That's a lie. It's 10:39. Monday, May 9th.
Alright, I think the only person I haven't talked to is Misato. Everything alright? Well, she didn't have much to say. Kanji.
Good question.
Kaji, is Tony's growth progressing well? I think so. Ah, Kaji, is Tony still doing well? Well, let's go find out, since that's pretty much our purpose in this game. I don't remember these two being here. I'm crazy about the internet these days. All I can think about all day is going home to check my email. You should be sure to check your email frequently as well, Kaji. Well, now that you've told me. Oh, Kaji, like, there's this ramen stand. It's been pretty popular with the NERV staff recently. You should totally come with us sometime. It's really yummy. Maybe. I got to worry about this,
Crazy.
embryo, though.
Like KGB.
Where? Cafeteria? The elevators have changed where they're sending me to, I think. Things have been really rough at work lately. I feel like a lot of people go bar hopping to cope. Maybe I should make the rounds tonight. Wouldn't we all? Actually, I've got a beer.
So do I.
Welcome!
Go get it.
Yeah, I'm beat. I think I might take a quick nap. Huh? What do you mean I'm always taking naps? That's not true. I swear this is my first one today.
Third one today.
Mm-hmm. Gate. That first children pops up when you least expect her. I swear I saw her in the cage and then in the lounge just after. Huh. Maybe she just walks fast.
3 of them.
clinic.
Let me on.
Did you? Is there something wrong?
No.
Not at all. Only, I didn't know we had a beautiful nurse like you here. What do you say you and I go out for dinner sometime? I'll pass. Is something the matter? Do you feel sick? We're in the vents. I got an antibiotic. Wait, am I at the pool? No. This is cool. I kind of love this game. I really did not expect that I was going to get to explore literally all of NERV headquarters in this game. Obtained antibiotic. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. Okay, did I already? Yeah, I went to the cafeteria. I went to the pool, I went to the clinic. I went to the gate, and I went to the vents. Although, I didn't go the other way at the gate. But I don't, yeah, it doesn't go nowhere. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the hall. I don't know if I hear we're going to be recruiting new staff soon, which means the Secretariat will be making an announcement poster. I wonder who will be the model this year. There's a fireworks show coming up at Ashinoka Lake. It's gonna be so much fun. Elevator 3 on floor D takes you to Central Dogma. There's a special lock on Elevator 3. Nobody can use it without Commander Ikari's authorization. Suspicious. Let's talk to Ikari. Oh, he's not here. I guess he's still down in Central Dogma. The desk drawer is locked. Yeah, I bet. Oops. Okay. Back to floor C. Okay, so there are two different elevators. I had gotten like really turned around because I was like, did I get like kicked off of one elevator and I can't use it at all, and now I have to use the other one? But no, I found my way back. It is a shockingly large map for a game that is mostly about this. LCL all seems like it's going good. Might be time to change the filter. Okay. I mean, he hasn't had any maladies that I know of, or fatigue, or any, like, it just hasn't had any problems that I would need to use items to fix, as far as I can tell. I can't, like, I don't know if I'm seeing all of the status, but it seems like it. Reminder to everybody that if you give me super chats, I will rant about whatever you feel like while I'm in the middle of playing this Evangelion Angel Raising Simulator on the Wonderswan. a thing that exists mysteriously in this world. Okay, so this is just, okay, I can check my emails, and that guy told me about emails. Booted up computer. Doesn't look like I have any unread emails. Well, never mind. Guess I don't have to worry about emails. Okay. Hall E3. This is the elevator I can't use. Okay. So it's that there's an elevator on floor C in a different wing that takes me to floors A and B. That's the key to exploring this whole place. Let's go to the command chair and see if Gendo has anything to say about this lockdown. You shouldn't be wasting time. Nope, nothing unique to say. Okay. So, Hall E2 has the elevator that goes... No, wrong one. Hall E1 has the elevator that goes to floor A. Do I have another way of donating? Sure. If you have a Cash App or PayPal or what's the other one called? Not Zillow, Venmo. On Venmo and Cash App, I am at Golden Witch Fire. And on PayPal, you can send money to digitalboyreviews@gmail.com. And any of those ways I can receive money, or you can be a patron at patreon.com/goldenwitchfire or at substack.com/ or goldenwitch.substack.com, goddammit. Yeah, any of those places you get access to bonus materials and stuff, so yeah, there's tons of ways to support my channel and my output. But I don't so much mind the super chat cut, because it's really just a convenience tax for people who are at the stream to, you know, have an easy way to donate directly, get their message up. I think it's a fun system. But I definitely appreciate when people donate through other means, of course. Elevator 3 on floor D takes you to Central Dogma. Yeah, I've heard about that. I did talk to you too. But that's obviously why I can't go down that elevator, is because of that. And Ikari's not here. Okay, so there's really nothing to do on the first floor. Maybe... I don't remember if I had finished exploring the second floor. Reetscope breeding program win. I wouldn't be surprised if that's already a manga that exists somewhere on the internet. Okay, I think we've been everywhere. I don't really know if if the game is dependent on like time passing to progress like the narrative. I would have to imagine that's probably the case. I'm gonna go and check on the child and then probably speed up the time, because now that I understand that it's not like dire. Charlotte Kearney with $5. Domo arigato gozaimasu says, why did you not talk about the hottest girl, Caitlyn, in your Arcane video? Alright, first let me go look her up to make sure I know who this character is. I'm thinking she was the very cute lesbian girl. Yeah, she's the love interest of Vi. I think because... I mean, yeah, she's really hot, but, like... I don't know, to me, she kind of felt more self-insert, particularly in the relationship she has with Vi, that, like, you know, she's introduced to us as just kind of, like, a rich girl who has her heart in the right place, but really is mostly just following the ideations of this guy that she likes, and, you know, like, wants to do right by society, but doesn't really understand what that would mean, you know, until she hangs out with Vi and gets more perspective on it. And, like, you know, she basically just falls in love with Vi and thinks she's super dope, and it's cute, it's great. But, like, I feel like I'm in her perspective looking at Vi and how cool she is, you know, as opposed to looking at Caitlyn and thinking about how cool she is, you know. Command center, command chair, lab. Have I been to the... Yeah, this is where the computer is. Okay, we're gonna work our way back to Adam. Okay. His LCL density is getting a little low, I think. Or something. Let's put these both back to plus, why not? Let's change the filter again, I guess. Seems like I can do it infinitely. Doesn't seem like a resource thing. And yeah, let's maybe set the time back to normal. I don't remember how I did that in the first place, actually. Oh, right, these settings are in here. Magisis. Yeah, let's set the time to at least middle, where it was by default. And there's no way for me to get back there. Well, I guess I can just kind of sit here and, like, I could kick it up to high speed and then just kind of actively monitor his stats and try to get him up. Kind of gotta use the bathroom, so I'm gonna go do that and leave this going for a second. Okay, I went away and came back, and now Tony's in critical condition. The medicine might not be effective, but we must treat him immediately. Use an antibiotic? Yes. Okay, I don't know what I did wrong. No good. The medication isn't having any effect. Oh god, this is just like Evangelion. Oh god, I haven't even been doing your voice. No good. The medication isn't having any effect. There has to be... Oh, did I lose? Just like that? Oh, wow. That was sudden. What happened in the couple of seconds that I went to go to the bathroom? Maybe it was just a lack of controller movement. Maybe it's like, you hesitated. We know you put the game down. Dead baby on your hands. Continue. You wouldn't believe everything I had to go through. And all just to get this. It's already restored itself this far. It's frozen inside Durabakelite, but it's still alive. So yeah, we just continued back from like the start. Incredible. Yeah. Speed through this dialogue. Should we still do Maya? I mean, we didn't really progress into the story, so I guess we should stick to the same characters. I had gathered every item that is in the game. I had gathered so many antibiotics for this angel, and the second that anything happened, it just instantly died. That's ridiculous. Like, it let me use one. I had more than one antibiotic. Name the next one Ride. Just Ride. Alright, I like the sound of that. I did listen to this explanation last time, right? The angel will reach maturity in roughly 6 days. I don't remember reading this. The angel will reach maturity in roughly 6 days. It will undergo 4 metamorphoses. From embryo to larva... Oh wait, I did read this. Okay, I just guess I didn't process what the hell she was talking about the first time. Technicians work from 9 to 2100 in 2-day shifts. Adjust purity levels, LCL density, and electrolysis rates. Angel's health is ever abnormal. Administer some medicine. I don't know what I did wrong. Alright, well. Ride. I mean, I know what I did wrong in the sense that I got up from the game. And I feel like that somehow was registered. Ride, is it? That's a wonderful name. Okay. Here's Ride. He's been inserted into the LCL. We've begun the nurturing process. Okay, so that little clock in the bottom left, I had not even realized was a clock. I thought it was a timer that had started counting up. But now I understand that, yeah, we're like on a day system. I'm managing the guy for the course of the day. So it seems like, I mean, maybe I don't want to increase the density or electrolysis. I just want to keep him how he is. I'll supply him energy. I wonder if there's a strategy guide for this. Because this only just got English translated, so I'd be a little surprised if anybody's really gotten much farther than I have in the English-speaking world so far. But, you know, maybe whoever translated this can advise me on how to play this game. But it looks like I still have all my items. Unless these are just things I started with, I still have everything I picked up in the... I mean, that's cool. I just gave it an antibiotic preemptively on accident because I was so excited. But that's fine. I'm sure that's fine. I don't know what the levels are supposed to be at, is the thing. Do I not want them to be below a certain threshold or above a certain threshold? What is the ideal LCL ratio? Well, let's go ahead and make it fast. And then watch what happens. Too much pollution? That might have been it. Because changing the filter only seems like it reduces it slightly. So maybe you're supposed to do it like multiple times in a row. I don't really know. What's this? This is Neon Genesis Evangelion Angel Raising Project. the game where you have this little baby Adam and you gotta raise him into a full-grown angel by managing these stats that I don't understand on a time-based system, and you can explore all of NERV headquarters pretty much. I mean, I guess I haven't been to, well, I have been to the hangar, I just haven't really seen that much. Yeah, I can't think of like a location in the show other than Central Dogma, which is obviously being teased to be accessible later in the game. Alright, his E and D levels are getting low, so I'm going to go ahead and say we should kick on the electrolysis and density of his tank, and we're going to change the filter right away. We're just going to assume that changing the filter is like a constant. And hopefully there's not some problem that comes from changing the filter too much. But yeah, we got it back down to 2%. So okay, this all looks like it should be the right rate, the right road, the road of righteousness. E and D are back up already. So do I want them to be at around where they were? Do I want him to have higher levels than he started with so that he grows? We're going to try getting both up to 4 blocks and see if that becomes problematic. The elevator, Trixie. That's what I was saying. The elevator will eventually be the way. Uh-oh, he's in critical condition. How did this happen? Okay, I'm using an antibiotic. I hope his condition improves before too long. Is he fine now? Is it just like random chance whether he dies or not from that? From that very sudden thing that happens? This game is terrifying. Alright, let's supply him more energy. See if that helps. Okay, let's see what happens. I mean, let's try regulating the density levels with Regulin A. See what that does. Alright, you've been regulated. Okay, so now E is increasing, but D is increasing a little slower because it's been regulated, I think. I think that's what's going on there. Just gonna go ahead and change the filter right away. 69 likes. Nice. Nice indeed. Oh boy. What do you think? Do you think Ride is gonna ride it all the way to maturity? I believe the first day was, what, it ends at 2100? So we're about 4 hours into the first day out of math. Yeah, 12-hour shift. So we're a third of the way through this shift. Alright, now the energy level is getting up to 4. So this is where I'm starting to be like, okay, it might be a good idea to shut off the systems. Yeah, let's just put those off and change this filter again. Let's see if we can keep him around here. This seems healthy. Theoretically. I assume that these stats will go up on year 2. Based on however I've taken care of. Okay, now his density is going down. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right back on. Oh no, not this. This. Although it says it's at 71% in here, so maybe I want this to go down, and then. I don't know, the E is decreasing. These stats are really difficult for me to interpret, I must say. By all means, if anybody feels like they've got a better grasp of it than I do, let me know what you think. Just, guide me through, because this is a hard one for me. But I also encourage you, if you want me to rant about literally anything... Okay, he's in critical condition all of a sudden again. I think it just happens. I really do. Alright, let's fucking treat him immediately with the antibiotic. Okay, well, seems like it worked. Maybe last time it was just that I had been sitting on that screen for so long that like it considered it too late. Like maybe the timer is still going up. Alright, so okay, these seem like they're at a healthy level now. So let's turn that one off. Let's change the filter again. I don't think... I mean, you can look up a walkthrough if you want, but this game literally just got English patched. Like, the English patch hit the rounds, like... at least I only discovered it today. So... yeah, I would be shocked. Tony died immediately after you walked away last time. It wasn't a wait. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like... I'm thinking that thing popped up and was like, oh shit, he's in critical condition. And then because I took so long before I administered the antidote, that might have been what was the problem, since I wasn't there at the computer to immediately press administer vitamin or whatever, administer antidote. Okay, he's suddenly in critical condition again. I hadn't even registered it for a second. It happened so fast. He seems to be fine. Seems to be fine. Let's raise these back up. I assume that maybe I messed that up. Maybe his energy level is too low. Do I need to supply him energy again, or is this a problem? See what kind of items I've got. I'm out of antibiotics now, so if he goes into that state again, I might be done. Let's just start giving him drugs. Let's assume that I collected all the stuff that I'm going to get on day one. Just give him all of it. Let's see what happens. This is good parenting. Oh, he did a little spin, and now he's kind of floating. Was he doing that before? And I just wasn't paying attention? Okay. Ooh. Really gotta stay on that filter. This is a new game? No. This is an actual, real Evangelion licensed video game from 1999. For the Wonderswan. This is a real Ava game. It just got an English patch, and so I rushed to play it because I am trying to live stream as often as possible, because making that super chat money is really good for me as somebody who's trying to buy a house in the near future. And, if I can find hilarious, weird, obscure games that might attract a viewership, I gotta go for it. And this just blew my mind that this even existed. I can't say it's... Well, okay. I love the aspect of this game that is walking around NERV headquarters, and I know some of you who just showed up haven't seen that yet, but you get to explore all of NERV in this game. It's very cool. Yes, this is emulated. If I did have a Wonderswan, I have no idea how I'd be capturing footage from it, but I don't even think those came out in America. Crunchyroll did that whole Evangelion timeline thing. I wish this was in it. I mean, they just didn't probably have access to this information, but there has been some real interesting canon in this game. We learned that Air Guitar Boy is actually in a band. Alba is actually a guitarist. We learned that Ray tried to talk to the Casper computer and it freaked out. Actually, that might have been something that comes up in the show itself. Cozy with $5. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. What's your current opinion on the most boring taste in anime? Also, what's your opinion on Star Fox 64? So the most boring taste in anime, you know, was a video I did way back where the point of it was to suggest that there are people who try to present themselves as having good taste by having a very carefully manicured favorites list, and it was especially true on 4chan in their 3x3 threads where people, you know, show the little 3x3 of their favorite anime, and I was just kind of making fun of how many people like just pick nothing but the most obvious, like non-controversial classics, basically. And not that any of them aren't shows I think people legitimately love, just that like it doesn't suggest any specific taste other than just thinking that good stuff is good, you know, as opposed to like having a real personalized sense of favorites. And you know, when I made that video, that stupid chart I made has remained a 4chan meme ever since. Like every time they have a 3x3 thread, that is often the OP, if not brought up somewhere in it. There's also other images that kind of parodied it or took the idea and like twisted it a little bit. So yeah, it gets posted still to this day all the time. It's one of the most influential things I've ever done, but it did have the intended effect of a lot of people stop. Like you don't see that as much. You don't see as many people being pretentious about their favorites list. You see a lot more diversity in what people, you know, are saying that they like. And that video was partially inspired as well by this old post by Ghostlightning about guilty pleasures, where he talks about how, you know, it's one thing to feel guilty because you enjoyed watching something that's like morally questionable in a show, but to feel like guilty because you like something that you think you're not supposed to like is just, you know, it's just to keep up appearances. Like why would you feel guilty about it other than you don't think that you look smart for liking it? We did it. We made it to the end of the first day. I guess I really did just have to feed the Ava all the pills. It stabilized everything. 2100 hours, huh? That's the end of work hours. Also, my opinion on Star Fox 64, very good game. I've never made it past like the 3rd level or so. It gets kind of hard. I'll play it sometime. Maybe I'll do a stream of it because it's really short. And, it's fun to watch. That's the end of my shift for the day. See you tomorrow. Okay. I guess he's just asleep and I don't have to watch him anymore. Okay. Everybody's gone, but I'm walking around the headquarters. I really expected it to just kind of, you know, end. I didn't expect it to continue with me going about my day. Literally no one's at NERV anymore. Like, everyone's gone to bed. It's just an empty building. Oh, new treasure though. Obtained Zorbedison. So this is Ritsuko's office. And then what's in test? Test antibiotic. Alright, I wonder how often all of these replenish. Or if they replenished when I died and I just never came back to check. Yeah, we're going to explore as much as we can in the time we've got. Oops. Oops, I'm really dumb. I've never beat Andros? No, I've never beat Andros. I'm a failure. Yeah, I figure going to sleep in my room will probably start the next day, like right off. But I'm curious about all the items that are around. And if I get them all now, will they replenish in the morning? Because that would be cool. Antibiotic. Neo Tokyo Boy with $20. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Glad I found your channel again. Don't burn out with all the writing you do. Writing is the most fun part of my job. That's the part I never feel burnt out on because it's just really gratifying. Like, you know, if I shouldn't say that like it's impossible for me to just constantly write, because I could, but it wouldn't be very interesting. Like, to have something interesting to write about, you have to have some kind of perspective to bring to the table, and you know, if you aren't doing stuff, then you're not really broadening your perspective. So like, you know, at the very least, consuming a piece of media is like the minimum way to have a perspective on something that you can share, that, you know, that can compel a video script. But like, you know, blah, blah. If I'm just writing nonstop, then it's just like, it would have to eventually just be all about myself and like my thoughts in that moment, which will become repetitive quickly if there's nothing new to say as well. So yeah, and like I already feel like, you know, what I run the biggest risk of is just not having enough to say, because I run out of things I can talk about quickly. Like right now, making money for me is very dependent on making videos quick, because I'm not getting a ton of views on each individual. Hello, what is this? This is picked up desk key. Oh shit, I can break into Gendo's desk. Looks like some kind of desk key. Commander Ikari's maybe? Oh, this is excellent. I knew there was a reason I was walking around at night. I've already been here. But yeah, you know, I run out of subject matter. Oh, here's another person. I've been working the night shift a lot lately, you know, and I heard some voices coming from inside Commander Ikari's office. It was the middle of the night when I was walking by. I'm thinking something might have happened. Well, that's not good. But yeah, like, so, you know, if I right now, because I'm making lots of small like videos, but there's so many of them that the ad breaks in them, you know, add up to making me some decent money. And then doing the live streams where people super chat, I make decent money doing that. So like the frequency with which I can produce content is what I'm really dependent on, until I can break through to a point where the videos are getting enough views and making enough money independently, or individually rather, that I don't have to make quite as many of them and can make them more thoughtful or longer, you know, about deeper subjects. And like, it's always a hard sell to even tell an audience like, yeah, I have to take more time for it to be more interesting, but like, you know, it is what it is. And I've made the mistake in the past of trying to take more time and just not being very transparent about what I was doing or what I was taking time to do, and turning people away. But you know, when I get to that point again, I'll be much more careful about how I handle it. But yeah, like, in general, the writing part never burns me out. It's the running out of ideas that halts the writing. Also, editing can burn me out if I just really don't want to do it. Like, editing can be exciting. I've been editing the Eureka 7 video, and that's actually been really fun, because it's like a good enough script that it gives me reasons to do things to make it better in the editing, you know, in a way that a lot of the time I just feel like, all right, the editing is just like to make this watchable. It's not really going to add much. But in this case, the editing definitely adds something, so it's fun to do. I want to go to floor C and then go to the other hallway. And then try to get into Gendo's office, which I think is on floor A. Yeah. Hurry this up and not mess it up. Ah. This looks to be a forcing move. Indeed. Checkmate. Another game. And he's not playing when he's actually never in his office. Crazy cool looking game. I'm kind of completely in love with it. I'm hoping that it will actually be just as simple as like each round just feed the angel a bunch of stuff and then go run around. But you know, that seems unreasonable to expect of a game that is about actually trying to raise the thing or breed it or whatever you want to consider it. Ikuse, is that the word they use? Or yeah, angel raising. Alright, we're gonna go to the room. Oh, this box I don't think had been replenished before. I got another vitamin. Booted up computer. Doesn't look like I've had any emails. Alright, can I go to bed? Yep, let's sleep till 9 a.m. Let's call it a day. A few hours later. I slept great. 9 o'clock, huh? Working hours have started. I need to get back to the nurture chamber. Day 2. Will he have gotten bigger? Good morning. I look forward to working with you again today. Now then, let's check in on Little Ride. No, he's still the same. I know that the angel eventually changes. Oh wait, it's happening. Kaji! Ride, he's... Dun 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 dun. He's reached his larval stage. Now it will be possible to train him to increase his abilities. Oh. Oh, ability up. Oh, he's crawling around. Look at him crawling around. Now he's cool. Training. What am I doing? Oh god, is this a game that I play? Oh shit, it is. Well, okay, I instantly failed. This is Undertale. %1,000% concentration. Oh no! This is incredible. Can I... Damn it. How many chances is it gonna give me? Okay, I guess that was it. Did I level up? Did I fail? Alright, let me answer some super chats in here. Audrey Roberts with $5. Domo arigato gozaimasu. What are some of your favorite American animated shows or movies? Ooh, movies is a hard one because I feel like there's lots of good stuff. Oh man, some of my favorites. I mean, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was like my favorite show for a while. I watched a whole lot of that. I was big into Rick and Morty for the first 2 seasons. Really, the first season was particularly my favorite. Not to say that season 3 was like terrible or anything. It was still good, but I didn't feel as strongly by that point as I had before. Steven Universe I enjoyed, although I only ever watched the first season. Fuck. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff that 12 Ounce Mouse. Very obscure, weird, experimental animation. I like a lot of the Adult Swim shows. Like, I grew up with Cartoon Network, so practically anything that's ever, or I shouldn't say ever, anything that aired on Cartoon Network up through like 2006, I probably have some familiarity with, and a lot of what came after. Well, I shouldn't even say that. It's more like 2010. Yeah, anything that came out of Cartoon Network up through the start of, up through season 1 of Steven Universe, basically. Anything that aired on Cartoon Network from 1991 through season 1 of Steven Universe, I'm familiar with. The first, animated show that I was a big fan of would have been Beast Wars, I guess. So that would be an American cartoon. And, oh god. This filter has gotten crazy. Trying to think of more American cartoons I'm a big fan of. Why did Steven Universe stop me? It didn't. I just caught up and then didn't ever watch more of it. Xavier Renegade Angel was very fun. I have only seen a few episodes of that, but I love it, and it's one of those things that I feel like I want to save because I can just watch an episode of it anytime. It'll make just as much sense, which is to say none. But you could pretty much always have that in the pocket as a show you can go back to, That's a Tamagotchi, right? Actually, that is an Evangelion Angel, my friend. That is Adam, except we renamed it Ride because our first attempt at having an angel baby died. Tony, named after very famous movie reviewer Tony from Hack the Movies, unfortunately croaked because I didn't realize that I wanted to just give all of the items I had over to my angel as soon as possible. I haven't even decided yet if I should just give it the... I probably should, right? I should just keep giving it all the items I get, because last time, basically, it kept having random near-death experiences out of nowhere until I had given it all of the vitamins and minerals I'd collected throughout the level, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's keep trying this ability up game. I really want to get my ability up. Damn it. I'm gonna make this screen slightly smaller for myself. Might help with this actually. Shit. I don't know. I'm gonna sit further back so I can see all 4 of them at once better. Damn. Well, that was a very poor performance. Let's try again. God damn it. Oh. Man, sometimes I really just, like, instantly somehow can't react. Seems like it stops the timer every time I do that, which is not necessarily ideal for me. Even demigods need vitamins, I guess. Yeah, I assume they're like super duper vitamins, you know? Hey, he's jumping up and down. He's having a good time. Alright, everything looks pretty much good. I think I should just turn it off, right? I don't really know if that's good or bad. Let's try supplying energy. Big energy. Do I have anything in my angel data yet? Maybe this is like a recording of all the angels that I've ever raised. Like if you successfully get one to the end, then maybe it'll get saved. And then you'll be able to revisit it. So otherwise I have no idea what the hell those are for. Being at fast speed has been pretty much the way to go for the raising segments. Although I guess I could slow it down and go explore just to see if anything changes about the midday environment of the place. All of our stuff seems pretty stable. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go into the Maggie Sis. Let's put time to slow and let's go explore a little bit. Isn't it cool that the Maggie computer can just control time and the flow of time? See if anybody says anything new. I think they've all said this stuff before. Yeah, we know all this. Well, let's see if the items came back, and if not, we'll just... One in my room I picked up at midnight, so I'm not entirely sure. Well, it's not looking like anything's changed since nighttime. Yeah, okay. No real reason to explore. We'll hang out around the tank until night. Oh, actually, let's go see if we have any emails real quick. That's the only thing that I could see having changed. Oh, and we can break into Gendo's desk. I forgot about that. Because he's not usually in the command center at this time. Okay, so we need to go to 4C. Get to the other elevator. This guy on the left kind of looks like Oscar von Royenthal from The Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Oscar Odd Eyes Royenthal. Alright, let's go find out what's inside Gendo's desk that he doesn't want us to know about. I got the A. I got the elevator 3 key. Perfect. Let's go find out the mysteries. But first we're going to go revisit Little Ride and make sure he's okay. I know I slowed time down and typically nothing really happens at this slow of a time, but there's a Yu-Gi-Oh monster named Odd Eyes. I didn't know that. Royenthal is called that because he's got heterochromia. This seems super illegal. What do you mean by that? I don't know if you are aware, this is an actual Evangelion game. I assume that the references to this seeming illegal are thinking that this is a like a fan game, but it is not. This is a real life 1999 Evangelion video game. So for anybody who's just showing up, this is Neon Genesis Evangelion Angel Raising Project, a game in which you play as Kaji, and you start off with a baby atom embryo, and you raise it to maturity. And it's really fun because you get to explore the entirety of NERV headquarters, as displayed in the show. Alright, that should be fine. Let's go back to exploring. And it was for the Wonderswan, a console that basically didn't... I don't think it came out in the United States. If it did, nobody owned one. But yeah, a bunch of Wonderswan games were translated and put up on CD Romance recently. So this is a fan translation of Neon Genesis Evangelion Angel Raising Project. So far, it has been quite fun and delightful, and I'm very glad it exists and that it was translated. Major shout outs to the translator. I'm pretty sure it was the same person who did the Chocobo game that I just did a video and stream about. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check out my videos about the Chocobo game for Wonderswan, because that thing is another game that's totally like nothing else I've ever played before, not unlike this one. Okay, I think I needed to go to Hall E, actually, or Floor E, to get to where I was trying to go. I don't remember how the hell to get to the goddamn... Maybe it was back on floor C or D. I think I got bit by a spider on my arm. Could just be a mosquito bite, but it doesn't quite feel like it. It looks a little funny. You got a spider bite. You seem told me had to fight. Had a spider bite, didn't know what to do. I wasn't lonely. Okay, Heaven's Door. Aw, hell yeah. It says Heaven's Gate on the floor, but it said Heaven's Door on the elevator. Well, I can't go in there, but I'm sure there'll be a key card somewhere in this game. CL3. Whoa. A item. I got Zorbedison. This is a big creepy thing. So this isn't where Lilith is chained up, but it is. Maybe this is where they're planning to put Adam once he's done. Alright, well, I've been to Central Dogma. There wasn't really much down there, but I got some medicine I can feed to my angel. Probably will affect his evolution, because I know that the angel evolves differently based on what you've given it. So this is probably something that will help it evolve into a new direction. Hopefully towards the good end. Alright, let's give him that stuff. Zorbedison. Using Zorbedison. How old is Rei again? She should be 14, but I mean, depending on how you look at it, like, depends on which clone you're talking about, really. Alright, let's try the stupid ability up challenge again. I swear to God I can do this. I will live. No! I won't live. Cozy with $2. What are some bloomer / life affirming anime? The ultimate one you want is Kuchu Buranko, or Trapeze, as it's known in English. It's a show about a psychotherapist who appears before you as 3 different personalities. And each episode is about a different person who's coming to this therapist to deal with their psychological problems. And, you know, each episode, like, is, like, there's a OCD guy or there's a bipolar guy, you know, it's like going down the DSM-5, basically. But, you know, each one just tells a story of that person finding some brand of catharsis. Usually it's very feel-good. And the ending theme is really incredible, and the way that the show, like, dovetails into its ending theme is always just really magnificent, and it makes me feel really nice. And that's it's been a long time since I've seen it, but that's the show I remember being like the most feel-good anime that I've seen. And then like Sangatsu no Lion has parts that are very feel-good, but it also has parts that are very sad, so I wouldn't really call it a feel-good show per se. K-on's a good feel-good show. How long does this go? Damn it. This is really hard. Did I do it? It says final. I did it. Yes! Yes! Complete! I have mastered the training! We've got a super chat from Grith Phoenix Saurus Rex for $10. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Hey, I really liked your Who is Hideaki Anno parts 1 and 2. Really informative and useful. Hope you do something like that in the future. Thank you. I actually think I haven't put those back up because I don't remember. Like, I rewatched them and I just felt like they were kind of incomplete. Like, they are really interesting and informative, but I feel like if I rewrote them now, I would probably go into a lot more detail and depth. And so, like, the stuff that I felt was the most important that I said in that video series was about, like, why I thought he was doing Rebuild. Like, that, you know, my sort of theory that that it was all to, like, fund the Animator Expo and stuff like that, and to, like, just kind of generally prop up the industry in a way. And, you know, I sort of revisited that logic in the anime alphabet about the Evangelion Rebuild films. But yeah, that was the first project I did where I really like deep dove a creator, and it has been kind of, to me, the most satisfying approach, but it's also like the hardest, because if you're really going in depth on a creator's whole career, then it's like a lot of shows to watch, and I feel like you have to have seen a significant amount of it before you can even really start talking about, you know, like, you can't start off a video series on a creator and be like, I'm gonna watch each of their works in a row. And, well, maybe you can, but, like, it's harder to sense what is uniquely brought to something by that creator until you've seen multiples of their works, because there are so many different people involved in any production, you know? So it's like, it's hard to say who did what unless you literally know. and you know, the best way to figure out like what is the indicators of someone's personal style is to have experienced a lot of their catalog. So like with Hideaki Anno, he's someone who I've experienced a lot of his catalog, but there were still certain things I hadn't really looked into. I didn't really talk much about his actual style and stuff like that. It was more of like an attempt to not only make a history video on him, but to kind of like set the record straight about his attitude in general and like what I think he's trying to do. Because not unlike Miyazaki, I think he was somebody who a lot of people wanted to paint as like, he hates anime, he hates modern anime, you know, and it's just like, well, that's just not the case, you know. And so you know, his reputation is he is the otaku. He is like the king of all otaku. So you know, in that regard, so maybe I'll make another thing like it about him specifically sometime, but I've wanted to do other stuff. Obviously I did the Akiyuki Shinbo series, which is still up, which I still think is very good. And you know, the Makoto Shinkai video, which I think is good, a little unfair. I think I could have been, you know, gone a little bit more in depth on analyzing the actual visual aesthetics of his films. Natsume's Book of Friends is really good, feel-good anime. I agree with that. I don't know if yeah, I guess it's feel-good. It's very melancholy on its way to being feel-good. It's like, you know, it's like you come into it in kind of a melancholy, sad state, and you leave in like a slightly lifted state, I guess. It's a very comfy show, for sure. But yeah, I guess it deserves to be in the conversation about feel-good anime for sure, and that's also what I intend to be. Anime alphabet letter N is Natsume Yujincho, because I want to watch it again. I want to show it to Bird and see if he likes it, because I feel like he might. Alright, let's try this ability up again. Damn. Damn it. But can I do it? Fuck. Too hard. Also, it doesn't seem like I gained... Like, I won it once. I don't know if those nodes are meant to like fill up or if he'll like be more powerful when he gets to the next stage or something. I don't like that it stops time when I do that game though, because I don't want to. Okay, I haven't even actually looked at this yet, but yeah, his stats are at 38 strength, 72 intelligence, and 38 AT field. So I'm guessing I gave him something special that rose his intelligence in the first round. More so than normal. I was actually secretly hoping you wouldn't do Natsume for Anime Alphabet because I want to make videos about it after I get everything together and have when I need to make videos like that. I mean, you should do that anyways. Like, you should, yeah, aside from the fact that you know, multiple videos about the subject will benefit from the existence of one another. Because like people think that like the audience, like that you're in competition. You're not. It's actually like generally the audience is just watching a bunch of videos about the same thing back to back. So like, you know, if there's a bunch of stuff about that subject matter, it's more likely that they're gonna piggyback off of one another's views. But yes, I think it's generally a good idea if you have something to say about it, to say something about it, regardless of whether somebody else says something. We probably won't have the same things to say, you know? Or if I do say everything you have to say, then I saved you time. You don't have to do it, you know? Is it possible to pet the angel in this game? No, unfortunately. You can only view it through... It seems like it's in some kind of chamber or something. Although, I did see screen caps that seemed to show the angel like crawling around on the ground outside in like a more advanced state than this. It could be that I was misinterpreting what I was seeing, but I was pretty sure I saw a screen cap or something where the angel was outside of the containment tank and you could like hang out with it and other characters. So I think maybe that will happen. Getting pretty close to the end of the day. Everything seems stable. I'm about to hit 2100. Is it a Tamagotchi-esque game? Kind of, except for at the end of work hours, you walk around NERV headquarters. Today's the end of my assistant duty, by the way. Tomorrow you'll have to choose which technician will be filling in next. Feel free to pick me again, though. Oh, that's adorable. But I won't. So yeah, I mean, you can walk around this place during the day, as I've done a few times throughout this this series, and there'll be people who are actually here, like Akagi will be here, and she'll be like, hey, what are you doing? You should be working, and I'll be like, okay. And you also find items laying around, which is very nice, which is why I'm going to walk around throughout the night and pick up all the items I find. But yeah, nobody else is up. Except for Gendo. Well, we're going to go see if Gendo and Fuyutsuki are playing chess again. Because last time at work, they were playing chess. Yes, he works 9 to 9. Kaji is on a 12-hour shift. Let's check the email. See if anybody emailed me. Nope. Still no email yet. I assume at some point in this game there will be a big dramatic email moment. That's another thing, I haven't seen Shinji yet, and as you can see in the thumbnail of the video, there's definitely a point where you can talk to Shinji, and he goes, oh, Kaji, what are you doing here? And that hasn't happened yet, so I'm really curious. In fact, I haven't met any of the children yet. I've heard talk of the first children a couple of times. I don't even think I've heard mention of the second or third children. Maybe this will reveal who killed Kaji. I'm really curious about like how far we're going to get into the story of Kaji's, you know, what he was up to during his time. Fuck yeah. Trying to think of all the places that there's usually items. want to go to, yeah, Hall E1. And then we can go up to floor A and see what Gendo's doing. It's not a Kaji game without constant fucking. I did try to flirt with a girl in the lab at one point, but she turned me down. Or in the nurse's office, rather. Oh, there's even more people in here now. Yes, that will do nicely. Indeed. Ron, 3 dragons, Yakuman. Now he's dominating at Mahjong. Another game. Adorable. Commander Ikari lost all on his own. Pay up, Ikari. I've had enough. Let's call it quits. Unacceptable. Kendo's always so pissed about losing. I have to say, the whole going into Gendo's office to see him playing games with Fuyutsuki is possibly my favorite thing about this game so far. How can this end in any way other than third impact? I guess we'll find out. I mean, I'm raising an angel. Maybe he'll stop it. We have no idea what the angel is capable of. Remember the thermal expansion scene? Remember the pool? When Asuka expanded Shinji's thermos? Gendo and Fuyutsuki, they do play together in the show, don't they? Or is he like, oh, Gendo won't play because he's too busy? I don't remember. Oh, this is... I'm just realizing this, of course, is the unfamiliar ceiling clinic. This is the room that Shinji always wakes up in and says, oh, I don't recognize this ceiling. The gate guard's not here anymore. Or maybe he was just a guy standing there. And I overestimated his importance. Huh? My ID card? Did I not request a reissue? Until my card gets reissued, I won't be leaving to go anywhere. Amazing. I hadn't even tried to leave before because I didn't realize I could go up in that room, but that's hilarious. I'm trapped at NERV. Did I come here? Did I come to these vents before? I feel like I totally skipped this. I don't know if I ever got that Orgusa. I don't remember if I checked the cafeteria again. You can see the geofront out there. That's really cool. I love this game. This is the best Evangelion game I could have possibly asked for. No, goddammit. Yeah. Reminder that if you super chat me and ask me to rant about something, I'll rant about whatever you want while I play Evangelion, because it is really good and I like it. I'm gonna raise the best angel in the whole world. Y'all are gonna know, because you'll watch me do it. Booga 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 dooga doo doo. Let's go to Central Dogma and fuck around. I forgot this isn't where that is. It's an elevator on Hall D. Central Dogma. It looks like it says Godgma. Definitely didn't look like it said Dogma. what this game called Neon Genesis Evangelion Angel Raising Project. Lunac Sora with $10. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Do you know the lyrics to Rap is a Man's Soul by Heart? That would be the lyrics to the same. I assume that's the same rap that is in what's it called? Libera Me from Hell. If so, then yes. I'm trying to think of how it starts though. Power for the peeps, power for the dreams, still missing piece, scattering so incomplete. We be the most incredible soldiers from underground. See how easy they all fall down. Dig into the core to see the light. Let's get out of here, baby. That's the way to survive. Yeah, top on the head. I'm on the set. Do the impossible. Don't you want to bet? Cause a lot of things change. We be waiting in vain. If they want to get by, no pain, no gain. Wow, haters want to test me again. Sorry, my rap's gonna snatch your brain, y'all. I'm so... something with the straight up skills. We're gonna making it happen with the crazy rap skills. Get ready to rumble. Now is the time, If you ain't know, now you know. Yeah. That's how it goes. Mike Hunt with $2. Domodogato gozaimasu. Shinji is hated because he is a mirror to weebs. I think he's also loved because he's a mirror to weebs. I actually think... I think he's hated... I think he's mostly loved by weebs for being a mirror to them, and is mostly hated by people who wouldn't like the type of person that Shinji is, you know? Alright, I've got to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to go pee and leave this on this screen where it doesn't seem like time is passing. I am back, and I've got some super chats to read. We've got Kiki Ash with $5. Favorite Pokemon game? Go. Ooh. Oh, that's so tough. There's a lot of good Pokemon games. I think the experience of catching all of the Pokemon is perhaps the best and most coherent in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I think that's like the most just like... you could blast through this game and catch all the Pokemon and have a great time. And then, like, Gold and Silver, when I was a kid, were the most mind-blowing, because, like, it seemingly had doubled the length of the game. And then when I got to Gen 3, it seemingly had halved the length of the game, and I was upset about it. I know it's not actually like that, but that's just how I felt at the time. And then when Black and White came out, it kind of blew my mind because it was like this big visual upgrade and it felt like a reset. And it was like, you know, for people like, either for, you know, people who are new to Pokemon or people like me who had kind of felt like I couldn't keep up with all the stuff that was going on with Diamond and Pearl, you know, that was nice. And then I loved X and Y because that was another mind-blowing big visual upgrade, and I caught all the Pokemon in that game. I enjoyed Sun and Moon for the narrative, though it's hard to replay, and I didn't like the Pokemon selection in the game as much. And I've only played like half of Sword and Shield. So my favorite out of all those, and then there's also the remakes, I really like Soul Silver. It's hard for me to pick, but Fire Red and X and Y are both like the ones that stand out to me the most in my mind. But maybe just I've played more of them. And then, other than that, there's also Pokemon Snap, which is a goddamn classic, and I still haven't played much of the sequel. Pokemon Puzzle League, or Puzzle Challenge, whichever one was on the GBA, also fantastic. So yeah, there's a lot of good Pokemon games. My husband is really into Pokemon Legends Arceus. He beat that recently, and that's like one of his favorite games as well. Dark Sun 0801 with €5. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Marin Kitagawa is only liked because she is one of the first characters to actually fall into a stereotype that's relatable for teens and young adults. She's not one of the first. I think she's just very modern. I think she's she's one of the most modern feeling anime characters, and a big part of that is that like she's introduced by showing off that she has like a shitload of ear piercings. She's wearing like a choker. She's like not just hot, she's extreme, and she's also blonde, so she's like distinctly non-conservative. Like she's you know, like for a Japanese person, like over the top expressive about her appearance. And then sort of the reveal through her personality is that like it's more out of just like aesthetic. Like it's not about trying to look hot or whatever. It's just like she just wants to be as cute as an anime character. And I think that is what makes it so relatable, particularly to girls who like this show. Like I think the cross-gender appeal is why the show is so big. Like it's obvious why guys like her. She's fucking insanely hot. But like if you can create an insanely hot character that girls also like because they can relate to her emotionally, then you've got a true winner on your hand. That's going to blow up. Cozy with $2. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Rant about buying a house. It's really fucking hard. We are in a terrible housing market. Everything is way overpriced. You know, inflation is on the rise, and wages haven't really adjusted to it yet. So like the American economy is just in kind of a fucky spot, and you know, I'm just trying to make enough money that that doesn't like make it. Basically, like, there's an amount in my head that I want my house to cost, and I don't know if I can find a place for that low of a dollar amount. So I'm trying to make an amount of money that I would raise that dollar amount, that I don't feel like it has to be as low as I currently feel like it has to be, you know, because it might not be possible. So, like, I'm trying to make that money to expand the options of what I can even do in buying a house. And I'm only at the very, very opening stages of even, like, looking or, you know, I haven't talked to the bank yet. So I'm not very far along. I can't give advice about it or anything like that. Is it me or does Kaji's sprite look like Fantasy World Dizzy? I don't see it myself. Maybe just because he's sleeping in bed? Alright. Let's continue playing this video game. 9 o'clock, huh? Working hours have started. Need to get back to the nurture chamber. Let's see what our angel's gonna evolve into today. The technicians alternate today, don't they? Who do I want this time? Alright everybody, what do you think? We've had Maya once already. In fact, we've had her twice, because we died the first time and then we picked her again. I don't know if her storyline will evolve if we stick with her. But, you know, we run the risk of just hearing all the same dialogue again if we pick Maya. Now, Shigeru Aoba, we know, is in a band and plays guitar. Pretty strong reasons. So so far he's the only one anybody has suggested, so I think we're probably going with that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's pick Alba. Makoto Chad's Rise Up, too late. Shigeru it is. Good morning. I look forward to working with you again today. Now then, let's see how Ride is holding up. Looks like he's doing alright. Turn that off for now, and... well, he hasn't evolved yet. Last time it was just like start of the day. He was just bam. But, I guess it might not be that simple. I mean, we were told he would have 4 stages of metamorphosis, and there's like 5 or 6 days in the game, I think. I think it takes place over a week, she said at the start. So maybe he'll only evolve a couple times. Let's give him all the items we've got, though. Using Purifier. Using Zorbetacin. Using Stanoid A. IQ. Using IQ Vitamin Up. Using AT Vitamin Up. Chinese herb that affects evolution. Perfect. I definitely missed this the first time. Languid Landscape Lad with $5. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Thoughts on YMS's Kimba video? It's a fucking masterpiece. That video is incredible. I had grown up with okay. I have a cousin who suffers from severe autism, and he used to constantly go on and on and on about how The Lion King was a ripoff of Kimba the White Lion. And he would talk about it all the time and bring it up as this factoid, and he kept trying to play the Lion King theme song on piano, but I don't know why he was so fascinated with it, other than that it was like, I don't know, getting a leg up on this Disney property. Like haha, this thing everybody likes is actually just a ripoff of this other thing. But like, he didn't know anything about Kimba the White Lion. He hadn't seen it, doesn't know anything about it. And, you know, for years I just heard people kind of pass off that statement like it was obviously true. And then, you know, after watching YMS go in depth on it, it was like extremely obvious that everyone who had ever said so was being ridiculous and didn't know what they were talking about, and never seen the thing, you know. So it ends up being like not only this really interesting, in-depth, and great review of Kimba the White Lion, a show that no one's really ever talked about in spite of being one of the most influential, important anime of all time, you know, from like one of the great creators. And also is a robust takedown of a historically inaccurate rumor. So, yeah, it was awesome. And now the new Lion King YMS has been pretty awesome so far, too. It's been a lot of fun. The first part of that is out. It's incredible that it's going to be a whole 2-part video, but, you know, YMS goes into that extensive depth of going through all of the bonus features and really, like, making his point in the editing as thoroughly as possible, which I appreciate. Slippery fingers. I'm really wondering, like, how much of that am I supposed to do before, like, it has any kind of effect. Well, this has been like the least eventful day on the job so far. Kimba's dark AF though, wearing your dad's hide. I mean, yeah, like the way it's presented in the show though is like it's not dark. I just think, you know, Tezuka to me is a very fascinating creator. You know, I won't get too into that. I've talked about him before. This all canon? Yes, as far as I know, this game is 100% canon. So far, the only thing I've really learned that I am for sure was not in the show, I'm pretty sure it's not in the show, maybe I shouldn't say for sure, is that Alba is in a band. We learned that Alba Shigeru is in a band and not just an air guitaring lunatic. And I feel like there's also a scene where they tell us that the first children talked to the computers and made it freak out. But I feel like that could have happened in the show. I'm tempted to go walking around to see if anything has changed during the day. But usually nothing has, really. It's usually more useful to walk around at night, but we're gonna do it anyway. Because why not? Hurry back, alright? It would be bad news if Rai didn't make it. Okay. Actually, I should see if I have any emails finally. Nope, still no emails. It's gonna be like the game's climax is when you finally get an email. Alright, well, it doesn't even look like the treasure chests have refilled yet, so there doesn't really seem like there would be much sense in me walking around. But we'll at least go down to Central Dogma and check out, see if anything's different down there. John L. Curry with $6. Domo arigato gozaimasu. What do you think of the Chainsaw Man anime trailer? I don't think it came out when you discussed the manga with Nate. It looks fucking incredible. Like... So, Chainsaw Man is a manga that I would ordinarily be terrified at the thought of having an anime adaptation because it's so good, and I'm like, how could they possibly do it justice? But it's also the kind of thing where when you imagine what the best possible anime could be like, it's like, well, it would be the coolest fucking thing ever, right? Like, obviously. And so, it seems like, I mean... They announced it quite some time ago. It's been in production for a while. And from what I've heard, it seems like every fucking cool animator in Japan wants to be on it. You know, it's like One Punch Man all over again, where it's like, everybody's like, yeah, of course I want to be on fucking Chainsaw Man. Are you kidding me? So, like, I think it's possible that the show could amass enough talent just through the sheer force of people wanting to be a part of it for the cred that it's just gonna be crazy fucking good. Like, it's just gonna be, you know, like, if, as long as it's well directed, if it can even slightly capture what's so good about the source material, it'll be fucking great. So, yeah, I have high hopes. You know, my general modus operandi through life is normally high hopes, low expectations. I never expect anything to be good. I just hope it'll be good. With the Chainsaw Man anime, I kind of expect it to be good. I would kind of have. I will be let down if it's not good with all the hype and with how good the trailer is. Because I think it's going to be the best possible adaptation it could be. Anyway, Kazune 414 with $25. Domo arigato gozaimasu. I want to wish you the best of luck with the house hunting. Also, what are some pieces of media that you were most surprised by how much you enjoyed? A show that isn't to your usual taste, but still really enjoyed it. One recent example would be Arcane. That was one where, like, I thought it was going to be, like, boring and stuffy, you know? And so when I started watching it and it was more of, like, a rollicking kind of adventure, I was immediately like, okay, well, this isn't what I expected. It's a lot more fun, but it's still kind of like generic, you know? And like going into episode 3, I was expecting that it was going to be the big war breaks out between the surface and the underworld. And then when that wasn't what happened, and instead it was like this very personal conflict that ended in this fucked up way, that was like when I was like, okay, now I'm kind of hooked, you know? And then going through the next 2 arcs, it was just like watching the development of the main characters and, you know, just how many cool scenes there were. I was just constantly impressed. I never found a reason to be upset with it. So in the end, I was pretty surprised. I'm going to scroll through my MAL. I'm going to organize it by score. I'm going to look for stuff that fits the bill here, because I feel like there's got to be some other interesting examples of stuff that, like, that I really, because, you know, my taste has evolved a lot over time, so there's definitely been, like, keystone works that evolved my taste. Like, I can remember a time when I first tried to watch Princess Tutu and was, like, terrified by how girly it felt and, like, what it would say about me, I guess, to like it. And then I ended up returning to it and really enjoying it and sort of getting over that, and that helped to endear me to magical girl shows. And then seeing some of Heartcatch Precure, because it had those badass Sakuga scenes, and like when I saw the cool Sakuga online, that made me investigate the show, and then I ended up enjoying that, and then that I think led me to Cardcaptor Sakura, and that was when I kind of reached the point of realizing, like, I'm not watching this for action, you know, I'm watching this because it's a nice feel-good experience with characters that I like and can relate to and, you know, connect with. So that would be like the road of me getting into, you know, cutesy shows for little girls, which eventually led me to being into My Little Pony and led to this whole career. Standalone Complex was a show that I outright just didn't like or get anything out of when I tried to watch it when I was like 18 or so. And then I came back to it like 5 years later and ended up being a huge fan but that was like, I just wasn't into sci-fi up to a point. Dead Leaves was a movie I had been afraid to watch because, like, when I had heard of it when I was younger, it just sounded like gross out nonsense. And then when I finally found out it was, you know, when I discovered Hiroyuki Imaishi and found out it was one of his works, I was like, okay, well, now I know I have to see it. And then when I finally saw it, I was like, well, that was fucking awesome. Honestly, I feel like there's a ton of stuff I could bring up here just because I have such a high emotional guard when it comes to new pieces of media that, like, I usually don't go into stuff expecting to like it. So it feels like fairly often I'm like surprised by how much I like something. But I'm trying to find another example of something where I was like outright repulsed by it at first, you know? I hadn't liked Humanity Has Declined when it first came out. I didn't get it. I'd watched the first episode and just like, I wasn't on its vibe. It felt like it was just trying to be overly sarcastic, I guess. Or maybe I wasn't picking up on how sarcastic it was. I don't remember what the problem was, but for whatever reason, I just didn't click with it the first time, but I ended up really enjoying it later on. This is me going through like my very favorite anime examples. You know, like there's probably examples of something that like I really thought was going to be total shit, and then it was actually okay. Mushoku Tensei is another example of something I didn't like at all, and then finally gave it a shot and was like, you know what? Particularly the second season, that stupid episode with the elf girl meeting her mom made me cry my eyes out. Did not expect to cry my eyes out watching Mushoku Tensei. So that was a definite shock. MNM with 15 shekels says, rant about being an anime guru to many people, including myself. You basically shaped my taste in anime the last 5 years. You know, that's an interesting topic actually, because of the fact that like becoming an anime guru really snuck up on me, because like, so I got into anime when I was like 11. Was when I like read Anime Invasion and got really into it. And to me, I was immediately aware of it as this huge metatextual expansive medium. So to me, right off the bat, I understood that there was a fucking ton of anime and that I knew nothing about it, you know? So like, because like the Anime Invasion magazine it talked about shows that I had no way of accessing, you know, like part of it was a Macross episode guide, because there was like, it was about what's different between Macross and Robotech, because Macross has never come to America, and the main title issue, like the main story of the issue, was about all the censorship in like Dragon Ball and Cardcaptor and Pokemon that had changed those shows, you know? So like the point of this magazine was to make people who were looking at this stuff aware of the fact that there was way more to it, you know, that there was all this secret information and all this stuff that you know, that blew my mind as a kid. And so I was, you know, obsessed with those magazines and with the internet and anything that gave me more information about anime. But information was easier to come by than watching anime at the time. You couldn't just go to a streaming site, you know, and I didn't know how to do illegal downloads. So initially it was literally just I had to buy DVDs of a show or watch it on Cartoon Network. And I didn't have money, you know, or whatever other channels I could find it on. G4 at a point when I had that channel. What else had anime? Foxbox, WB, you know, so I watched like all the anime that was airing in the US, and again, like that, so immediately I was like a guru compared to anybody my age, but I didn't look at it like I was an anime guru. I looked at it like nobody fucking knows anything about anime, you know, but like the people who I knew online knew a lot more about me, or about anime rather, than I did. So than me was the sentence I was looking for. So, you know, when I got heavy into anime circles online, there's tons of people who I knew about who knew way more than I did. And that still remains true. You know, you could go read Sakuga blog, like those people know way more about anime than me. They know way more about the production background, they've seen more shit. You know, there's a few people on YouTube who I can have, like Caribou-kun is a person who I don't think he's necessarily seen more anime than me, or necessarily knows more esoteric random shit about anime than me, but he definitely knows more than I do about certain subjects, you know, and like definitely more on the end of understanding like how things are prepared for a worldwide audience and stuff like that. Just, you know, that's somebody who I could have a conversation with and we could both learn something from the other person. Although I'd be more likely learning raw facts from him, you know? So, like, yeah, I'm a guru in the sense that I'm the most popular YouTuber who really knows things at that depth. And even then, like, only because it's only anime that I'm an expert in. Like, I think the anime man knows fucking vastly more than I do about manga. You know, he's got more connections with like the actual industry and has talked to more people in it, so like that's another person who I'd say is probably, you know, as much of a guru as I am in his own way, if not more. So like, yeah, like I appreciate my guru status, but it'll always be funny to me for people to look to me as like, oh, I'm like one of the premier sources of anime knowledge, because I'm not really a source of knowledge. Like, I'm an entertainer and a reviewer, you know? So, like, it's cool that I have so much knowledge about anime that allows me to talk about it, but I feel almost uncomfortable about being considered a guru just because there are people who know so much more than I do, and you know, who can watch one of my videos and instead of coming away with it with, wow, I learned something, it's, wow, you missed this detail, because I already knew everything else, you know? And they're really watching it to see what I get wrong rather than to see what they can learn. Or they're hoping to learn something and are just disappointed that, you know, nobody already knows more than they do. Alright, let's see if we can pass ability up. Damn it. It gets really hard towards the end. And I'm not getting more alert as time goes on. Well, we're pretty close to the end of this day, I guess. I guess we'll just wait it out. This game is surprisingly easy, I feel like. At first it seemed extremely hard, until I realized that you weren't supposed to hold on to the items and wait for status conditions to arise that you fight with the items, but rather just to give them all to the angel immediately, and then it just kind of stabilizes and is healthy. And so, you know, since figuring that out, there hasn't really been a whole lot to the LCL management. Keep the levels balanced, don't fuck it up. Still not even entirely sure what supply energy actually does. Or data management. Gary Always with $2. Domarigato gozaimasu. Are you winning, hun? I think I'm winning. The CCS dub is considered bad even for English dubs, right? Yes, it is. How come I stream here on YouTube instead of Twitch? Because the way that Twitch monetization works basically encourages you to be streaming like very frequently and for a very long time and to build up an audience based on like regularity. YouTube's a lot more spontaneous. It's a lot easier for people who are just kind of on their sub feed to see that you're live, pop in, and maybe drop you some money. Whereas on Twitch, it's like the way that you pay creators isn't so direct. It's like, you know, being a subscriber and being like with this expectation of, you know, the routine of what that streamer is going to provide. And like, you know, I could see having a space for something like that in my life at some point, you know, particularly when I've got my own off, once I've, you know, bought a house and then built a proper office inside of it, then I might consider doing a lot more streaming, because I used to be a lot worse at it. I used to struggle with streams, with doing live streams, and especially solo, and so I didn't used to do it very often because I would get so stressed out that you know, I felt like it wasn't worth it. But it's been paying off for me massively lately, and I've been having a great time, especially finding unique stuff to stream like this. is a big part of the fun. Wait, what's going on here? The day ended. I didn't think I could... Oh, right, he's just asleep. I forgot you can revisit them while they're asleep. Which is a good time to turn the... Oh, I guess the speed's already on slow. Maybe that just happens when the day is over. Alright, let's go explore! Somebody make the 10-hour cut of Trixie playing and failing at ability up and cussing under her breath. Yeah. I am tempted to make like an edit of this stream that's just like all the voice lines, because I've been voicing every line in the game, so that would be possible. There's like a couple I stumbled on, but you know, because like a lot of this game is sort of meandering around. So if you were going to make like like here's just the content, like you could cut this stream down to just the parts where I talk. I say you because I don't like really want to have to do this myself, so if anybody wanted to do it, I would just let them do it. But wait, let's see if I have emails. Nope. Let's go check out Central Dogma. YouTube doesn't require me to reset my password to my Twitch account I forget I have. Yeah, that's about where I don't use Twitch. That's the other thing. Like, my audience is on YouTube. If I, like, some of them might also be on Twitch, but, like, I would just be building a Twitch audience from scratch, you know? As opposed to just, like, being in the place where the people who are already fans of me are, you know? Languid Landscape Lad with $3. Domo arigato gozaimasu. You should try Hades or Hollow Knight. Great games. I do have access to Hades now, so I will give that a shot sometime. I've played the other, I've played through Bastion back when that was out, and I thought that was pretty good. It was a bit overrated. I like Transistor more, and I've heard Hades is like vastly better than those games. So, I'm definitely interested to check it out. As for Hollow Knight, I have played some of Hollow Knight, and it's too hard for me. It's just straight up too fucking hard. It took me a lot of tries to beat the first real boss. I think I beat it, and then I just kind of like played a little bit past that, but like the game didn't enthrall me to that degree right away where I was like, oh, I gotta explore this whole world because I'm so into this aesthetic. I just, you know, it looks cool, but it's not like my thing necessarily. I just wasn't in love with it, and I think part of it is like, I think I'm just not that into 2D combat games. Like, I like 2D platformers. I especially like 2D precision platformers, but you know, I've never been into really 2D combat games. So that's probably part of the issue, is that it's just like not a genre I'm super experienced with. Because like everybody compares it to Dark Souls, but in Dark Souls you go around the enemy. You don't go above/through them, you know. It's a different kind of mindset, and for me at least. I guess not everybody goes around the enemy in Dark Souls, so maybe it depends how you play Dark Souls, but, you know, to me, the combat loop is about flanking. Deputy Commander, has something happened? Oh, is that you, Kaji? This may seem random, but I have a book of shogi exercises. Do you know the one I'm speaking of? No, I'm afraid I don't. That's to be expected, I suppose. Nevertheless, I seem to have misplaced it somewhere. Let me know if you come across it, will you? Will do, Feudsky. Where could I have put it? Well, if Feudsky's out here, then that means he's not in Gendo's office. I'll be excited to see what's happening up in Gendo's office. Have I been everywhere? Did I go to the lab just now? No. Yeah, I've talked to him. Alright, there's another super chat. Lunaxor with $20. Domo arigato gozaimasu. How do you feel about the announcement of the Biscuit Hammer anime? I did not even know about that. Personally, I think it's going to be a disaster since despite the fact the anime comes out next season, we still have no studio name and no staff listing. Oh. Oh no. Yeah, that's... if it's coming out next season, that's very short notice for it to have just been announced and for us to not have any of that information yet. That seems a little suspect. Just like Gendo here. What are you doing at this hour? I could be asking you the same, Gendo. Only ever in his office after hours, Gendo. But, yeah, I don't know. What you just said doesn't sound promising. Is there even a trailer, or like a real trailer? I haven't read the Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer manga. I know it's highly recommended and something I need to do. I've read a couple volumes of Spirit Circle, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm sure I'd enjoy Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer too. I also liked Planet With. Not everybody liked that show, but I thought it was pretty neat. And that's from the same writer. Hey, I got another Orgusa. I appreciate that they at least shake up what items are in what chests each day. Though it seems like it's mostly the same items. There's literally just a teaser poster and it's supposed to come out next season. That's fucking terrifying, actually. Like, I just don't feel like there's any way that could be good news. Like, there's no gimmick that makes sense that they could be going for that like adds up for what could be the idea there. Dozens of us loved Planet With. Dozens. Alright, I think we're going on to day 4. I really hope that the angel has evolved this time. I slept great. 9 o'clock, huh? Working hours have started. Need to get back to the nurture chamber. Good morning. I look forward to working with you again today. Now then, let's see how Riot is holding up. Waiting. Ah! Ryan's condition is... Oh, fuck yeah. He has reached his pupil stage. Oh, he's fucking sick. Oh, he's gotten so cool. Everything looks fine. Let's give him all the items. Vitamins. Steinoid A. Reading yawn made you yawn. That's good. Steinoid B. Look at his big hollow eyes. He's gangster as fuck. Magusa. Too risky. Oh, okay. Wow. He straight up was like, yeah, no, even the Orgusa is too risky. Damn. I guess the pupil stage is really serious. Maybe I've already affected his evolution too much with the stuff I've given him before. Okay, we've reached the part where I just kind of stare at him until stats start changing. I love this game. I think it's really fun. I think it's really cute. It's a great Neon Genesis experience. I think just choosing to make a Kaji video game is the coolest idea. It's so... like wrong, you know, like it's so like everything to do with Ava is all about the marketing of the three children and maybe Misato. And so for you to have a game that so far hasn't even featured any of the three main kids is pretty fantastic. And being able to explore all of NERV, just the sheer amount of detail put into the visuals is really nice, especially for a goddamn handheld black and white Wonderswan game. The angel is adorable. I love the stages it goes through. Raising a Tamagotchi is serious business. You can't just give it any drugs you want. It's true. Especially when that Tamagotchi is like the original fucking man. Self-Reference Engine is a trippy sci-fi about physics breaking mathematics and thought experiments gone horribly wrong. You gotta be in the mood for maximum weird, but it's worth. That sounds fucking sick. This is cool. Is it a fan game? No, my friend. This is an official 1999 sanctioned by the Evangelion Production Committee and Gainax and TV Tokyo and Bandai video game for the Wonderswan. And it's pretty great. There's more to it than just what's going on right now of me just like raising this angel literally, because you can explore the entirety of NERV headquarters and it's quite neat. But there's not much sense in doing that during the day when I'm raising the angel. You can talk to everybody, but I've already done it and they say the same stuff every day. Nothing seems to change day for day, although I could try going to Gendo's office again and see if there's anything different would come of that this time. Let's go give it a shot. Why not? Let's take a little trip, show the new viewers around NERV headquarters. Magisis. so I can control the flow of time through the Magi computers. And then, now that time is slow, I'm less worried about my angel dying while I'm out and about. But yeah, you talk to them, they say the same kind of stuff. We're gonna see if Gendo will say something different to me. Is this the right elevator? Yeah. It seems to be a total prequel. I mean, it takes place during the story. Because, like, this game starts literally in episode 8, because in episode 8 is when Kaji shows up with Adam the embryo in Gendo's office at the end of the episode, and that is the opening cutscene, is Kaji showing up with the embryo, showing it to Gendo, and then where it progresses is Gendo goes, okay, now you have to raise it, and he goes, oh. So yeah, it is concurrent with the game, and I suspect it may be possible that I am going to unravel the mystery of NERV that gets me killed, because I have used a secret key to get into Gendo's office, which gave me access to Central Dogma. But so far nothing has happened in Central Dogma. But yeah, Ikari's never in his office, so I'm not seeing anything else of value. What was that other item I picked up? I have another, like, key item of some sort. I wish I could check my items when I wasn't at the child rearing facility. Yes, this game is very aesthetic. It captures the feel of Evangelion shockingly well for a black and white, like, I don't know, what is this, 8-bit? 16-bit maybe? I doubt that. Well, I don't know. It's more advanced than a Game Boy. Keep forgetting where the fuck I'm going. Maybe Gendo wanted me to find that key? That's very likely, honestly. If I had to guess who dropped the key, that would be my guess. The other item I picked up, I've got Gendo's desk key, I've got the key to elevator 3. Okay, I'm just thinking of that. Yeah, never mind. Then I've got these two things that affect evolution that I can't give to it. The antibiotic is used to heal him when he's about to die, but that hasn't happened since day 1 because I've given him so many goddamn vitamins. He's currently got 62 strength, 98 intelligence, and 60 AT field. His condition is, I guess, non-existent. I don't know what the arrows mean. John L. Curry with $5. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Let me kick the game speed back up before I answer this super chat real quick, so that'll be happening while I talk. Okay. I'd love to see your thoughts on Fooly Cooly Alternative. Also, if you didn't know, they're making 2 new Fooly Cooly seasons, and they're CG this time. I didn't know they were CG entirely. Maybe that'll be fine. I don't mind CG so much, you know, as long as it's not hideous. I've seen lots of great CG that I love, but God, I really, I mean, I hated Fooly Cooly Progressive, and I could see rewatching that just to see if there was maybe something about it I wasn't understanding. I heard that Alternative was a lot better. Oh shit, Ride is suddenly in critical condition. Okay, I don't know why this is happening, but let's use an antibiotic and hope for the best. We've lost an angel like this before. No good. It doesn't have any effect. There has to be... No! No! Why? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Does anybody understand what I did wrong? Do you think the tank got polluted? Do you think it got like really quickly polluted or something while I wasn't checking it? How did that happen? What the fuck are you supposed to do to keep these fuckers alive? Is this like a commentary on like the Lovecraftian psychological horror of the Evangelion experience? Just, I'm back here again. I'm back at the start with a fresh new angel. But why? Why did this happen, everybody? We were doing so good. Ride was perfectly fine. I don't think there's any items that I hadn't picked up or given to him. Was there a place I didn't explore that I didn't find? Oh man, I don't know if I can go on. I feel like, you know, I really poured my soul into raising that little angel, and I'm almost 3 hours deep into this recording now. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that if anybody has any final rants you want me to go on, any final super chats to send them now, because I'm gonna end this soon. Because I can't bear to spend another 2 hours with an angel only for it to die right away, just like that. Maybe giving him everything you find isn't the strat, but I don't know what is the strat if not, because that was before I did that. That angel would just constantly be on the verge of death. Like what just happened was happening to it all the time. And I actually managed to save it 3 times with antidotes that last round. But maybe sometimes an antibiotic's not the right thing to do. But it didn't give me another choice. It didn't have like another option. Maybe it did and I didn't select it correctly. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm gonna call it a day. I'll select Makoto just so we can get his unique dialogue in here real quick. The first death was high pollution. I agree that that's probably the case, and that must have been the second one too, right? Like, it must have just been that the pollution rapidly increased as soon as I increased the speed and then didn't go back to check immediately. Maybe I gave him incompatible evolution items prior. That could also be true, because he was in an unstable state, it seemed like. I think the game definitely doesn't want you to know what you may have done wrong. I look forward to working with you. Shall I explain the method for raising the angel? Let's see what he says. The angel will reach maturity in roughly 6 days. It will undergo 4 metamorphoses, from embryo to larva, pupa, cocoon, and finally maturity. So we were at pupa stage. Maybe we reached pupa too slow. We technicians work from 9 to 21 in 2-day shifts. Caring for the angel will consist of replenishing energy, as well as adjusting purity levels, LCL density, and electrolysis rates. If the angel's health is ever abnormal, please administer some medicine. Right, understood. Kimmery Joe, in at the last minute with $5. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Just finishing up a rewatch of Evangelion. Still finding many things to appreciate about it with each rewatch. Really enjoyed your old analysis vids. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy the anime alphabet Evangelion video as well. Where I talk about the films and go over the show a little bit. I will definitely do more videos about Evangelion, besides the one I'm going to do about this incredible game that everyone needs to know about. But yeah, it's such a dense show. There's always more to chew on for sure. Name it Despair. Yeah. I'm not gonna, keep playing with this particular angel. I'm just gonna start again next time I play, but this is a good way to close out the stream. Despacito. Despa's actually a pretty cool name. It's close to Denpa, but instead it's Despa. Oh, there he is, little baby fucking Despa. Alright, everybody. This was a very fun stream. I'm glad we all got to discover this insanity together. And that this game is actually fun, and I actually like it. And I can see playing it again. I could maybe even see doing another stream, but probably only if more information... Like, I really hope more people investigate this game and figure out the hidden mechanics, and that some kind of guide can be put together, because... I don't know if I want to dedicate myself to learning how this actually fucking works. But yeah, do recommend. Very easy to just snatch this up and download. You can find it on CD Romance. The emulator I'm using is Oswan, OSWAN. And it was just plug and play. I just downloaded the emulator, opened it, and go, and it worked perfectly. So